Hello and welcome to the South Paris Arena for Day 4 of the Goalball at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Two great games coming up in this session. Islamic Republic of Iran versus the United States of America. And our second match on the women's side of the competition, Israel versus China. It's a pleasure to welcome you along to Goalball, unique to the Paralympic Games. It's one of two sports that doesn't have an Olympic equivalent. It's fast, it's physical, and it's highly entertaining. Goalball is designed for athletes with a vision impairment. All the players are required to wear patches and blackout eye masks to ensure a level playing field. The standings in Pool A of the men's side of the competition. Teams consist of 6 players, with 3 members playing at any one time. And the simple aim of Goalball is to try and throw a ball past your opponent and score into the back of the net. It sounds simple, but a lot of hard work goes into the game of Goalball. And the beauty of the sport is that players can use a variety of different techniques to release the ball, including the 180-degree turn, full rotation. Even some players throw the ball between the legs. There's no right way or wrong way at throwing the ball. Our first match, Islamic Republic of Iran taking on the United States of America. Iran, gold medalists at the IPSA Asia Pacific Championships. United States of America ranked 4th in the world. Ones to watch, Hassan Jafari, 8 goals so far here in Paris. Callahan Young, always great to watch. 20 goals in Tokyo, already 7 goals to his name in the tournament so far. The ball that the players are warming up with is a similar size to a basketball, although the difference is it has 2 bells inside. And it weighs 1.25 kilograms, which is similar to a standard bag of sugar that you'll find in the back of the cupboard. It's certainly a hard workout for the players. Lots of strength needed. Communication is also crucial between the players on the court and the coaching staff in the team bench area. The court is separated into 3 sections. Either side of the centre line is the neutral area, and those 2 areas in front of the goal are the team area. Ball has to bounce twice. Once in the team area and once inside the neutral area. This just gives the players the best chance to hear the ball when it's thrown. Our referees from Germany and Canada. The referees will help us guide us through the game. Their voice will be heard around the venue. Marin, Walker and Young in the starting three. Zion Walker competing at his first Paralympic Games. As for Islamic Republic of Iran, Emotola Sarafroz in that starting three. His first Paralympic Games, bronze with Iran at the Asia Para Championships. The head coach, Barman Dustivala, guided the team to gold at the Asia Pacific Championships. Previously head coach of the Iran men's youth team in goalball. Players can navigate their way around the court by using the frame of the goal, and also the court markings are tactile, they're slightly raised, so players can orientate themselves around the team area. Those lines inside the court on the right and left and in the center of the court help position the players. There's a center player and two wingers in goalball. Keith Young, head coach for USA, coach since 2019. He's in charge when the team finished fourth in Tokyo, silver at the 2023 Parapan American Games. Tremendous atmosphere inside the South Paris Arena. And that noise reverberates around the venue. But once the game gets underway, it will fall silent. The referee will guide the crowd through it. This allows the players to hear those bells inside the ball. Anticipation in the crowd ahead of a crucial game in Pool A.
This game is between USA on my left and Iran on my right. I would like to remind everybody to keep quiet while the ball is in play and switch off your mobile phones. Thank you. Iran starts with the ball. Quiet please, center.
Islamic Republic of Iran against the United States of America. The Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Motola Sarafroz with the throw for Iran. Iran have been highly impressive in Paris. Using the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court. Hassan Jafari, one of the stars of this Iran team. First time Islamic Republic of Iran have competed at a Paralympic Games since 2012. And they find themselves behind here early on. Callahan Young scores his 8th goal at Paris 2024. Such an important player in the squad, Callahan Young, 20 goals in Tokyo. And he's got United States of America off to a great start. There's been a lot of chat, in particular from Callahan Young, to try and shore up the defence. For the USA, Tyler Merrin, an experienced campaigner. His 5th Paralympic Games. His first was in Athens in 2004. 20 years on, he's playing in Paris as the USA double their lead. Brilliant throw through that pocket between the centre player and the right winger. And inside the opening 90 seconds, the USA have got off to a tremendous start. Brilliant pickup from Callahan Young and whipped it towards that right gap. Straight through that centre and right wing player. And an early timeout called by the head coach, Arman Dustivala. Keith Young will be delighted, the USA head coach. Come flying out the traps, the USA. Callahan Young, what a great start for him. 2 goals inside the opening 90 seconds. Targeting that right pocket. Between Nafasi Nassab and Hassan Jafari. Players can make noise before the ball is thrown, but once that ball has been released, they have to remain silent. See players get very creative with lots of dummy runs, a few noises, patting the court. Some players even hum and sing, trying to get the team into a rhythm. This game so far has been played at 100 miles an hour. Great bouncing effort from Tyler Merrin. Players switching up their throwing styles to either get a bouncing effect or skid it along the floor. The best players will really switch it up. Callahan Young tries something a bit different. Players use the frame of the goal, and the court markings are also slightly raised, so it enables the players to navigate their way around. Officials timeout to tie the shoelace. Tyler gets us back underway. Christian King competing in his first Paralympic Games. Try something a little bit different. Players will bend their runs to try and get as much power as possible. Good reply, quick reply. Realizing that Christian King was out of position, but he got back in time to cover, but the ball went wide anyway. Hassan Jafari. Iran need this man to have a good game. 8 goals already in Paris. The ball has to bounce twice. Once in the team area and once in the neutral area. Trust and communication also key. Just a slight misunderstanding. That ball was thrown by Hassan Jafari. Stade de France will take over. Players will lift their bodies whilst they're lying on the court. They'll try and create almost a ramp to try and push that ball over the top of the crossbar. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball once they've made their defensive action. At the moment, these two teams are taking almost half that to throw the ball. It's been a rapid start to the match. Both teams mean business. At the moment, Callahan Young is the difference between the two teams. 2 goals for Callahan Young. That full rotation throw, often favoured by many players. It just allows players to build up a little bit of speed in this limited space in the team area. And a penalty conceded against Hassan Jafari. The ball didn't bounce in the team area. It has to bounce once, at least once, in those 2 zones in front of the goal. Oh, and that is expertly placed by Tyler Merrin. No mistake. Plants it into the back of the net. He gets his first goal of the game. "21 goals at the IPSA World Championships for the 40-year-old. Said he didn't have plans to play after Tokyo. He's in the thick of the action for the USA. They lead by 3 goals to 0. Great effort from Stade de France, really digging that ball into the court. When the ball hangs in the air, it's so hard for the players to follow and track that ball. Teamwork from Iran. Excellent throw. Well, the ball has ended up in the back of the net. Now that ball was rolling around the team area. And because the crowd got a little bit excited, the referee called an official's timeout for noise. Despite that hitting the back of Callahan Young and going into the back of the net, it doesn't count. The United States of America players couldn't hear the ball once it hit the back of Callahan Young, so they couldn't locate the ball due to the crowd noise. The referees will be guiding the crowd through the game. And that hits the crossbar. Christian King comes close to his first. A wicked bouncing delivery, and it takes two of the players to deflect that onto the crossbar. Good teamwork. Callahan Young is in the mood. Great performance so far. Shot selection really important in the game of goalball. Players can use a variety of different styles, can try and fizz it down the court, roll it along the ground, or get some high bounce. It's important not to completely stay static once the first defensive contact is made, as the ball could spin back towards the goal up in the air. Got to try and react and get back to the goal. And a long ball given against Iran. Nafasina this time. So the ball didn't bounce in those two sections in the middle of the court. It's got to bounce once, at least once, in the team area and the neutral area. And a chance now for the United States of America to add a fourth. No mistake from Tyler Merrin. This is the performance that Keith Young was asking for from his team, and they are delivering. Christian King competing in his first Paralympic Games. Adds a fifth goal. That was a brilliant throw from Christian King. Hassan Jafari just a little bit to his left, opening up that space. But King's movement causing problems before the ball was even thrown. They're on a roll, the United States of America. Hassan Jafari comes off for Iran. Milad Sudi will come on. 5 goals in Paris already. Part of the team that competed at the 2018 World Championships. But it's his first Paralympic Games. And his coach, Barman Dustavala, will be asking him to just shore up that defence, certainly on that right side. A lot of the goals coming on that right side trying to stem the flow of goals. Another substitution for Iran. Mohamed Nafasina comes off. Mahdi Abbasi comes on. The team that won bronze at the Asian Para Championships. Just like most of his teammates, also competing in his first Paralympic Games. Using the frame of the goal to position himself on the court. Those court lines are tactile, means the players can orientate themselves around, in particular that team area, where USA have the ball now.
Yeah, I know, I'm good. Yeah, with us.
Players are not allowed to touch their eye shades unless they've been given permission by the referee. So whilst the ball is in play, players can't touch their blackout eye shades. Players can throw this 1.25 kilogram ball to speeds of 38 miles an hour. Good bouncing effort, matched by a good save in the centre, got into a decent position to just ramp that over the top of the crossbar. Mahdi Abbasi coming on to the court, making an impact. High tempo from Iran. USA are matching them though. And they add a sixth. It's Callahan Young once again. Precision, speed, it's excellent from Callahan Young, who scores his third goal of the game. Timeout called by the Islamic Republic of Iran. This game comes from Pool A, men's side of the competition. Teams are jostling for the highest possible position in their group. How you finish in your group, you'll get a more favourable draw going into the quarterfinals. Close from Christian King, who has been growing throughout the games here in Paris, aided by some experience around him. King doing well to react. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball once they've made their initial defensive block. Superbly placed. And Iran get their first of the game. Sublime. There was simply no stopping that one. Milad Souri scores his 6th goal at these Paralympic Games. Ball crosses the centre line, so it's going to be a ball over. If you can't get hold of the ball once it crosses the centre line from the initial defensive block, and the team who threw the ball will have another go. They are so pumped, these USA players. In a commanding position. And that's unfortunate for Iran. It was a nice throw initially from Christian King, but it just hits the back. Of Sarafraz and into the back of the net. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Oh, brilliant response. Tucked away, that was electric. What an impact from Souri. Smashed off the inside of the post. It was past Callahan Young in a flash. No chance of stopping that one. Callahan Young had talked about trying to sharpen up the USA defence. They've conceded 2, but 2 brilliant finishes from Souri. Sarafraz comes off for Iran. Mohamed Bania Jomeiron comes on for Iran. Before a player comes onto the court, the referee will check the eye patches and the blackout eye shades. And that one just squeezes through. What an impact from Milad Suri. He's having a tremendous game. And little by little, Iran are just reining USA in. Only 4 goals separating the two teams now. And Keith Young has decided that a timeout is required. Back underway, and straight from the restart, Christian King makes no mistake, slots it into the back of the net. Callahan Young, he loved that one. Players can alter their direction of throws, cross court, straight down the middle. Try and catch out their opponents. Sometimes it's the run-up that can make the difference as well. Those body movements, just catching out their opponent. Reactions from King to prevent the ball over, crossing the centre line. If it does, the team who initially threw the ball will get it back. Both teams in this first half have given it absolutely everything. Have they forgot there's a second half to come?
Yes, sir.
Players can't touch their eye shades or their patching whilst the ball is in play. They have to wait for permission from the referee, wait for an official's timeout. All the eye shades are blackout. Creates a level playing field across the court. Iran have decided to hand the ball to Suri as often as possible. He's made a real impact since coming off the team bench. And that's another save onto the crossbar, that's 2. Christian King causing problems, but Suri is answering. Players can throw the ball up to speeds of 38 miles an hour. That's the highest speed recorded. It's been a game played at 100 miles an hour, this. Usually the centre player does a lot more of the defensive organisation, which Tyler Merrin is doing, but he's also getting involved in the attacking part of the game. Another good, quick reaction save from Milad Suri. That's 3 now that he's managed to deflect up. Either hit the crossbar or go over. Christian King is going to come off the final 5.2 seconds for Matt Simpson. Solid first half for Christian King. Gets a little breather. Matt Simpson, experienced player, the United States of America, part of the silver medal winning team at the Rio Paralympics. And straight into the back of the net. What a way to finish the first half. It's as easy as that for Matt Simpson. Straight off the team bench and into the back of the net. And it's a 9th goal for the United States of America just before half-time. 1 throw, 1 goal. However, there is an eye shade penalty given against Matt Simpson. I think in the celebrations he got caught up in the emotion and adjusted his eye shades. Dramatic end to this first half. We're going to see another twist. Suri. Oh, and it's saved. Simpson. Five seconds is a long time in goalball. And for Matt Simpson, he's come off the team bench, he scored, conceded a penalty, and then saved the penalty. Extraordinary. And after all that, it's half-time. Islamic Republic of Iran 3, United States of America 9. A highly entertaining first half from Pool A for the men's side of the competition.
Allez, on va revoir les meilleurs moments de cette première période sur les écrans géants.
Now it's time to take a look at first half's highlights.
Very exciting first half. Started with Callahan Young with an awkward bouncing effort that couldn't be kept out by Hassan Jafari. That was excellent from Callahan Young. Quick reply. Tyler Merrin. One of two penalties he converted in that first half. What a great impact this man had for Iran. Milad Suri fizzed into the back of the net. That one just getting through Tyler Merrin.
And now it's time for the CHN.
Well, only one throw difference, one three-block difference. The difference in the scoreline, 6 goals between the two teams. The referees checking the blackout eye shades and the patching before we start the second half.
Second half of the game between Iran on my left and USA on my right. Halftime score, Iran 3, USA 9. Halftime substitution, Iran out number 4 and 8, in number 3 and 2. USA starts with the ball.
Republic of Iran substitutions at halftime. Players out number 4, Mahdi Abbasian, and number 8, Mohammad Parmia. Players in number 3, Hassan Safari, and number 2, Mohammad Mahdi Nafiz Sabha.
Les deux changements pour la République islamique iront à la pause avec la sortie des numéros 8 et 4 et les entrées des numéros 3 et 2.
Quiet please, center.
Well, we're now ready for the second half. Islamic Republic of Iran against the United States of America. Excellent goal ball. Suri with a brilliant effort and a great save to match. The two teams have switched ends of the court, which can favour some players and teams. That is a ball over. That ball just agonisingly rolling over the centre line. Matt Simpson only played 5 seconds, but it was a highly valuable and entertaining 5 seconds. Starts the second half. To the thick of the action. Players can use the frame of the goal, and the court markings are slightly raised. So players can navigate their way around the court. Hassan Jafari. Yet to score in this game, but 8 goals so far here in Paris. Just like the first half, this game is being played at a high tempo. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball. But the teams are disregarding that rule. They are doing it in half the time. And it's a tough workout for the players. Sweat dripping down onto the court. It has to be as clean as possible. The safety of the players when they throw the ball. Lots of players use the rotation technique, trying to build up momentum before they throw the ball. And if the court is wet, it makes it extremely difficult. Lots of different game plans in goalball. You'll hear numbers being shouted out by the United States of America team. I'll indicate different plans, different places where they'd like to throw the ball. Some teams use the numbering system, facing up to the opposition's net, from right to left, from 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. Great atmosphere inside the South Paris arena. It's a unique aspect of goalball that the crowd have to be quiet whilst the ball is in play, but when they do get an opportunity, they've made their voices heard. It's amazing the power these players generate. The ball that weighs 1.25 kilograms. And these guys are just playing at 100 miles an hour here. They're putting on a show for us. That ball has to remain inside the court at all times. And you throw the ball. Players can use the entirety of the team area. It's a limited space, so any technique that you can use, bending your run to try and create some speed, is really valuable.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir, right here, right here. Three. 5. 3. Good. Thank you. Hands. Looking good, guys. Looking good. I like it. Yep.
Callahan Young with the throw. He was unable to compete at the 2022 World Championships, recovering from injury. He's making an impact here in Paris. 20 goals in Tokyo. Tyler Merrin with that throw for the USA. Experienced campaigner. In his 5th Paralympic Games. His first back in Athens in 2004. He talked about his delight of being back with my guys. And he didn't have plans to play after Tokyo. I'm sure for the new players in the squad, that experience is so crucial. Christian King playing in the first half for the USA in his first Paralympic Games. So much he can learn from the likes of Merrin, from Young, and from Simpson, who are all out on the court, those three. Experienced heads. USA have won 5 Paralympic medals in total. Their latest was in Rio, and they won the silver medal. back at the Paralympic Games for the first time in 12 years. These two teams last met at the World Championships in 2022, and it was close. USA winning by 11 goals to 9. It's a bigger margin at the moment. No goals in this second half so far. The game has just settled down in the last minute or so for a rapid start. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball once they make their initial defensive block. Suri using the goal frame to position himself. Use the frame of the goal, and the court markings are slightly raised, so it helps the players navigate their way around the team area and the rest of the court. Matt Simpson, well, conceding a long ball, so that ball didn't bounce in the neutral area. Those two zones in the centre of the court, either side of the centre line. It has to bounce once in your team area and once in your neutral area. Chance for Iran and for Jafari. No mistake this time. Whipped into the centre of the goal. And they are within 5. Hassan Jafari scores his 9th goal here in Paris, his first of the match. Beautifully put away. Great response from the United States of America. It happens so often in goalball. You score a goal, you want to try and build up the blocks, and straight away you can see the goal. But that lovely movement from Callahan Young, just drifting his body to his left before he released the ball, and that pushed the players for Iran to their right and opened up that pocket between the centre player and the right wing player from the USA perspective. A touch of class from Callahan Young. Long ball against Young, so once again the ball not bouncing in that neutral area. Those two zones either side of the centre line. It has to bounce twice, at least once in that neutral area. And that one is blocked from Callahan Young. Hassan Jafari went for the same spot down the centre of the goal. And Young stood his ground. Well, that one nearly just rolling back to the goal line. And of course, naturally, the crowd with a bit of sense of panic, but they've got to remain quiet. An equipment check for Milad Suri. Players can't touch their eye shades whilst the ball is in play. Callahan Young just squeaking the sole of his shoe on the court. And then switching it up. Matched by a good save in the end. And that is absolutely scintillating from Hassan Jafari. The control in his run-up, the timing of his throw. Absolutely extraordinary. The ball hardly made a sound. Almost impossible for the United States of America players to hear that one. We've seen some brilliant finishing during this match, and Hassan Jafari has scored one of the goals of the game.
Very good, John.
It's not surprising that the amount of sweat that's on the court, the effort these players are putting in, all has to be as dry as possible. Give the players that confidence that they can throw the ball without slipping over. Brilliant bouncing effort, matched by great teamwork for the USA. That's how you pull off a brilliant bouncing delivery. Everything but finding the back of the net. You have to admire the defensive work. Tyler Merrin in particular. You can use any part of your body. Your feet, your hands, your chest, and even your head. Just get any part of your body in the way. It sometimes brings high reward, but it also brings a lot of risk. Hassan Jafari has conceded a penalty. The ball failed to bounce in the neutral area. And that one is planted into the back of the net. Great teamwork from the USA. Cheeky dummy run from Merrin. Bamboozled Jafari. And Young slotted the ball home. Players can make noise before the ball is thrown, as long as it's silent after the ball has been released. You can get creative. Hassan Jafari, he's given us some pure entertainment, and he's just going to have a breather. And Motola Sarafroz is going to come on for Islamic Republic of Iran. 5 goals. Paris already, beating in his first Paralympic Games. Twelve goals in the first half. Just the 4 in the second. It's only quietened down a little bit. Young mixing things up, going cross-court, changing that angle. Players get creative around the team area. They don't just stick to one position. Try and use the full team area. Timeout called by the USA. Lots of positives for Keith Young. I'm sure there'll be things that he'd like to tweak. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Before this game, Iran had conceded the least amount of goals in Pool A. But 11 conceded against the United States of America here. It's not been a masterclass in defence from Iran, but they've contributed to a highly entertaining match. It's a highly physical sport. Sweat dripping from the players, from their shirts. And the ball needs to be dry for a couple of reasons, really. To grip the ball when you throw, but also for the players when they're blocking. It makes it hard to try and push the ball away. Little touch from Young. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball when they make the first offensive contact. Nicely placed in that left pocket from Simpson. That little movement from Nafina Saab, just opening up that gap between the centre player and the right winger, which is Milad Suri. Young setting himself and finishing. He's gone through his full repertoire of shot selection as Callahan Young today. Six goals in the match. Superb contribution from Young. Timeout called by Iran. Just under 4 minutes remaining. USA score the next 2 goals, they will win the match. If a team is leading by 10 goals, the game finishes there and then. USA just taking their time. 10 seconds to return the ball. Once you've made the first defensive block. Sarah Froz with good defensive cover. The number 6 sliding across. They work in tandem.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Centre player and the wingers just trying to partner up. That is a ball over. Ball leaves the court via those 2 neutral zones in the centre of the court. Ball is turned over, known as ball over in goalball, given back to the team who initially threw. Callahan Young gets a warm reception from the crowd at the South Paris Arena. Put on an attacking masterclass for the USA. Youngster Zion Walker coming onto the court. Took up the sport 9 years ago and is now playing at his first Paralympic Games. Following in the footsteps of his brother Sean, who represented the United States of America in goalball and won silver at the 2022 America's Championship. Walker playing here in Paris. The ball's passed him on that occasion. Brilliant finish from Suri. He was excellent when he came on in the first half. And that's a tremendous finish into the bottom corner. Walker just allowing too much space for Suri to plant that ball in to the back of the net. But Matt Simpson responds with an awkward bouncing effort. Caused confusion So de France tried his best to get across. Matt Simpson has come up with big goals in the match. And so has Suri. 2 throws, 2 goals in the space of a matter of seconds. He takes his tally to 5 goals in the match. And once again, that space for Suri to slot the ball home. Ball has to remain inside the court throughout the entirety of the throw to count as a valid throw. "21 goals in the game." United States of America have been involved in some high-scoring matches, and this is another one. Communication, trust is key in goalball. Simpson and Walker doing well there. And Walker deciding to just change up the angle a little bit. He's not staying in his left wing position. Players can move around the team area, create different options, try different angles. Catch out their opponents. Suri, been excellent. From an attacking point of view, and that was nearly a 6th for Suri. This game being played at a high tempo right to the end. Timeout called by head coach Raman Dustivala for Iran. Lots of positives for United States of America. I'm sure defensively they'd like to try and concede less goals. But from their attacking part of the game, it's been excellent. Clinical when they needed to be, mixing it up throughout the game. Final phases of the game. Can Suri finish with a flourish? This time Walker makes the save. That'll give him loads of confidence. Simpson whipping up the crowd. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball, and with 6.1 seconds remaining, the USA are just deciding to run down the clock and secure the win. A highly entertaining match. We had it all. Brilliant finishing, fantastic saves. Lots of drama. A real joy to follow. Crowd were told to remain silent during the game, but now they can let out a roar for their team, United States of America.
Next game here at South Paris Arena 6, starting shortly between Israel and People's Republic of China. Women's preliminary round game, and your tickets are good for next game.
Warm applause for Islamic Republic of Iran. They contributed to a very exciting match. United States of America win by 14 goals to 7 in Pool A of the men's side of the competition. If you liked a high-paced game, lots of goals, this was the game for you. 21 goals in total, lots of penalties, plenty of throws. It was played at such a high tempo, 100 miles an hour. Very entertaining. The standings from Pool A in the men's side of the competition.
Please direct your attention to the video board for highlights from the first game of the session.
Mesdames et messieurs, il est temps de faire place aux athlètes. Merci d'accueillir les équipes d'Israël et de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to meet our athletes. Please welcome the teams Israel and the People's Republic of China.
Nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses de l'équipe d'Israël.
Now it's time to meet the players from Israel.
Numéro 1,
Number 1, Elham Mohamed Ruzin.
numéro 2,
Number 2, Noah Malka.
numéro 3,
Number 3, Golham Rani.
numéro 4,
Number 4, Mizrahi.
numéro 5
Number 5, Rooney Ohayon.
et numéro 6,
Number 6, Lihi Ben David.
l'entraîneur de l'équipe,
Coach Raza Soham.
l'entraîneur assistant
Assistant coach Mohamed Abu Ayash.
et le responsable du staff.
Staff Ariel Fuerte.
Et nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses de l'équipe de la République populaire de Chine.
Now it's time to meet the players from the People's Republic of China.
Numéro 1,
Number 1, Zhang Xiling.
numéro 2,
Number 2, Zhao Zhenhua.
numéro 5,
Number 5, Zhu Miao.
numéro 6,
Number 6, Wang Chunyan.
numéro 7,
Number 7, Ge Peiying.
numéro 9,
Number 9, Wang Chunhua.
l'entraîneur de l'équipe,
Coach Chang Xiaopeng.
L'entraîneur assistant.
Assistant coach Yang Jun Hong.
Et la responsable du staff.
Staff Su Hui.
Les arbitres de la rencontre sont...
The referees for the match are Antonio Christodoulos from Greece and Raguel Aguado from Spain.
Et maintenant, pour partager l'esprit sportif international, la traditionnelle poignée de main d'avant-match entre les deux équipes.
And now in the show of international sportsmanship, both teams will exchange pre-game handshakes.
Les équipes vont maintenant s'échauffer. Nous vous rappelons que le silence est très important dans cette compétition et vous demandons de respecter la haute concentration dont les athlètes doivent faire preuve dans ce sport.
The teams will now warm up and we remind you that silence is highly important for this competition. Athletes require high concentration, therefore we expect everyone to act in a respectful manner during the competition.
It's day 4 of the Paris 2024 goalball competition, and there's lots to look forward to as the pool stages come to their conclusion and the lineups for the knockout stages begin to take shape. Now it's time for two sides that are hotly tipped to appear on the Paris podium as Israel take on the People's Republic of China. Israel have yet to progress beyond the quarterfinals of a Paralympic goalball event, but they've started this year's competition well, and they've looked very competitive in the extremely difficult pool that is Pool C. China stunned reigning gold medalist Turkey with a win in their opening game. And they come into this match straight off the back with a convincing 3-1 victory against Brazil. And that's how Pool C is looking. Excellent start from the People's Republic of China. 2 wins in 2 games. That is a very, very difficult group. The likes of Brazil, former gold medalists in Tokyo, Turkey. And these two fantastic sides as well.
We are just minutes away from the opening throw at the South Paris Arena. But first, let's take you through some of the basics of this brilliant sport. Goalball, a sport uniquely designed for the visually impaired. There's no Olympic equivalent. And the aim of the game to score as many goals as possible, while also defending your own net. And that's a net that runs all the way across the length of the court. And there is that court as we look at the run-ins for these two sides. Israel 1-1, drawn 1. 1-1, lost 1. Lost very narrowly to the Tokyo 2020 gold medalist Turkey. China, though, with victories in both their opening 2 games. And there is the Israel squad. Lehi Ben David, number 6, Israel's main attacking option. Really important part of the squad for both Rio 2016, Tokyo 2020. Scored 6 goals. She scored 6 goals so far in Paris, contributing the vast majority of Israel's goals. And there we have the China squad. Wang Chunyan, number 6, brilliant scoring form. Scored 9 goals for China across the first 2 matches. A brilliant start for China. Came up against 2 very strong sides. And managed to achieve victories in both of them. And that blue ball that you can see being catapulted across court. About the size of a basketball. It's 1.5 kilograms. And it's got bells inside, so players can hear the ball move across court.
5 minutes remaining until the start of competition. Now the starting lineup for Israel. Number 4.
And soon we discover which of the 6 players in each of these squads will be taken to court. 3 players on court at any one time. Usually one plays in the centre, more of a defensive role, with 2 wings on the outside. Wang Chunyan with a brilliant start to Paris 2024. 9 goals in 2 games. 7 of those goals came against current gold medalist Turkey. She is, believe it or not, just 22 years of age. Certainly one of the brightest young talents in women's goalball. As we await the Israel starting 3, expect to see Lehi Ben David amongst them. Linchpin of the Israeli squad for many Paralympic competitions now, but yet to achieve Paralympic silverware. That'll be something she'll be looking to put right in Paris. Final instructions from the Israeli coach, Raz Shoham. And we'll shortly be getting the final instructions from our referees from Greece and Spain. And their job is to monitor all the throws, check the ball is bouncing in the right area of the court. Court's divided into 3 thirds. It's to bounce in your own third of the court, as well as the neutral area. Otherwise it's a penalty, and penalties in goalball are 1-on-1. They can be very costly. And that crowd will have to be absolutely silent when the ball's in play. Any noise, apart from the noise of the ball, can be very off-putting for these players. Lehi Ben David, the flag bearer for Israel in the opening ceremony. One of the icons of Israeli parasport. Formation of the China starting three. Xiao Shenhua, Xu Miao, Wang Chunyan. Wang Chunyan contributed so many goals to China's campaign in Paris. She will be pivotal to their strategy once again. Israeli starting four: Mizrahi, Ohayon, Ben David. Mizrahi capable of scoring plenty of goals as well. Two strong attacking options alongside the Israeli centre. That means they have offensive threat from both wings.
Ladies
and gentlemen, we are just under 90 seconds to go until the start of competition.
Zhang Xiaopeng was assistant coach for Tokyo 2020. And taking on the main role. He's overseen a brilliant start to the tournament. 2 wins in the first 2 games. Israel coach Raz Shoham also coached the Israel men's goalball team. He's had good success with the women as well. Paralympic medal just eluded them though. They're in their 3rd Paralympic Games. Referee conducting the pre-match eye shade checks. It's those eye shades that mean we can have an even competition. These players with different levels of visual impairment can play alongside one another.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And now the officials will give the final instructions as we get this Pool C game underway.
This game is between China on my left and Israel on my right. I'd like to remind everyone to keep quiet while the ball is in play and switch off your mobile phones. Thank you. Israel will start with the ball. Wang, please, center. Play.
Israel against China in the final game of Pool C. Can Israel disrupt China's winning streak? China made such a strong start to the competition. 2 important wins against very strong opposition. Wang Chenhua has been instrumental to China's success so far. Here Ben David, who will also be a big goal threat in this match. Oh, and that's an early illustration. Ball ricocheting off the post. China, as if they're in any doubt, showing just how potent Israel can be. Blocked out by the colourful hair of Mizrahi. Wang Chenhua already clear China's strategy. Give the ball to her. She's achieved phenomenal accuracy in the 2 games so far. She's pretty good defensively, as she just illustrated. Great block from Wang Chunyan. Underarm throw from Wang Chunyan. Blocked out by Lin David. Mizrahi, slightly smoother, slower ball. Straight into the chest of Wang Chuanha. David trying to run silently across the goal line. Try and avoid making much noise, giving away your whereabouts. Oh, the ball bounced very dangerously for Israel, but Mizrahi did well to gather it. Crowds unable to contain their excitement. Meant to be totally quiet when the ball's in play. Ben David, lots of energy in that throw, winding her arm up, achieve maximum power. Back and forth between the two number 6s. The ball ends in the arms of Wang Chuanhua. Well, plenty in the way of chances in these first 2 minutes. Some good defensive work. And it's still scoreless. Ben David blocked, and quick response from the Chinese centre. It goes out harmlessly for Israeli possession, because that ball went out of play in the Israeli third of the court. Means Israel will keep possession. It's going to be Mizrahi to get the ball back into play. Wang Chunyan going from centre of court. Goalball all about finding unfamiliar positions, trying to catch the opposition by surprise. These are sides that know each other quite well, come up against each other in World Championships and Paralympic tournaments. Played each other in Tokyo 2020. That time it was China that came out winners, 4-1. Wang Chuanhua advancing up court, gathered by Roni Ahayon. Gives the ball to Ben David. Xiao Shenhua. She does get quite far back on court before she throws. Uses the frame of the goal, almost bounces herself back into play. Interesting seeing the different approaches these players take as they prepare to throw. Similar technique from Mizrahi, who gets the throw away. Wang Chunhua. Oh, and it's first goal of the match. And it's Wang Chunyan continuing her scoring form. And a brilliant start for China after a tense opening few minutes. Israel unable to keep that one out, despite the best efforts of two Israeli players. The throw just had too much on it. And that's the first of potentially many goals from Wang Chunyan. Ben David, blocked by the Chinese centre. Well, once again, the ball bubbling around, but Ben David serving as the backstop. Goal scorer Wang Chunhua, blocked by Mizrahi. Chao Zhenhua. Incredible the awareness, spatial and positional awareness of these players. Know exactly where their teammates are on court. Wang Chunyan. Wedge between the feet of all Mizrahi. And it's Mizrahi to throw. Chao Zhenhua. And the ball wide of the post. Good defensive work from Israel, using their legs well to send the ball clear of the goal. And Israel taking the opportunity for a timeout. They can be pretty happy with the way they've started. China an exceptionally strong side. And very difficult to defend against Wang Chunyan. China look set to be favourites to top this group. And a reminder that all 4 teams qualify from the group. So it's all about trying to secure the best possible run-in the quarterfinals. After that time out, it's Ben David to get the ball back into play. Mizrahi cross court. Chao Zhenhua. Blocked out. Some good blocks already from the Israeli centre, Roni Ahayon. Ben David. Wide of the post. Very difficult distinguishing between the Israeli team. All got very colourful hairstyles. Mizrahi in purple, Ahayon in blue. Alongside Lihi Ben David. Mizrahi. Quick response from the Chinese centre. She's not afraid to launch a few throws of her own. Provides another attacking option. Malka, and it's in off the post. Israel thought it had gone out of play. Chao Zhenhua with the goal. And Israel appealing, saying the ball bounced out of play, but I think it just about stayed in off the post. And China double their lead through Chao Zhenhua.
Time remaining 5 minutes and 58 seconds.
It's a brilliant throw, actually. Excellent positional sense. Ball going straight down the touchline without going out of bounds. Oh, real power in that return from Ben David. Wang Chunhua. China starting to look a bit more comfortable. Chao Zhenhua. Brilliant block from all Mizrahi. Made some great saves in that corner. Been put under a lot of pressure in this Chinese trio. Chao Zhenhua once again, a bit more bounce on that. Ben David found it quite difficult to deal with, but just about gets it out of play. Mizrahi didn't quite have her orientation right as she shaped up to throw. That sails harmlessly out. Wang Chunhua moving across goal silently, trying to catch Israel by surprise. And David from centre of court, trying to find that gap between Chao Zhenhua and Shu Miao. Ben-David to Mizrahi. Israel struggling to break the deadlock. Side with plenty of attacking options. Mizrahi and Ben-David been scoring for fun in this tournament, but China are defensively very strong side. China only conceded 1 goal in their previous game, which by goalball standards, pretty incredible defensively. Now Wang Chunhua. Mizrahi. Gathered by Wang Chunhua. Chinese centre going to have a go. Interesting the role of centre in goalball. Some centres play a more attacking role. Some whose role is to block and to give the ball to the wing. Seems like Chinese centre a bit more active in terms of offensive play than her Israeli counterpart. And because the ball went right of the line that separates the Chinese third and the neutral area, it's going to be Israel ball. It's known as a ball over. Xiao Zhenhua. Blocked. Gathered and given to Ben-David. Rotation throw from Ben-David. Swallowed up by the Chinese centre. Ben-David with the rotation throw. China dealing with the threat of Ben-David with great skill. Managed to neutralise her in this first half. Much slower ball. Just trying to catch Israel unawares. Sometimes with those slower balls, you see the opposition diving early. Israel interpreted that one well. Ben-David, rotation throw, lots of bounce on that. Xiao Zhenhua, she's already scored 1 goal today. Israel look like they're preparing to make a change. Mohamed Ruzin. Looks like she's getting ready. Does feel like Israel need to change something. Plan A not quite working so far. Ben-David from centre of court. Oh, lots of bounce on that. Quite close, though, to the long ball line. Risk giving a penalty away. Israel indeed make the change. And it's Elam Mohamed Ruzan to come on, replacing Lihi Ben-David. She's been right at the forefront of Israeli goalball. Elham Mohamed Ruzan. At the age of 15, she couldn't find a women's team, so she helped set one up herself. She was the first team member, so she's been there right from the start. Her husband, Michael Rosin, captain of the Israeli men's team. Interesting change in tactics from Israel. For the first time, they've used that dummy approach. One player imitating movement alongside the throwing player. Trying to confuse the opposition. You'll see players often doing dummy throws or dummy movement. It's perfectly legal, and it's a good way of trying to get a breakthrough and catch your opponents by surprise. First throw from Mohamed Ruzin. Well dealt with by China. And that block from Mizrahi puts it over the bar. China, as they approach half-time, will be pretty happy with this first half. Once again, they've started well. And they're looking pretty comfortable. Apart from early throw from Ben David that hit the post. Not many threats to the Chinese goal. Wang Chuanhua has been fairly quiet for the last few minutes by her standards. Scored 7 goals in her opening game against Turkey. 1 on the score sheet so far. Israel made substitution. China not a side that likes to make too many changes, usually prefer to rely on that starting 3. It's very much been a winning formula for them. Mohamed Ruzin. She was tempted to give the ball to Mizrahi there, but Mizrahi didn't want it. Mizrahi makes the block. You have to make quite quick decisions in goalball because you only have 10 seconds to get the ball into play. If you go over 10 seconds, it's a 1-on-1 penalty. Last few throws of this first half. Can Israel break that duck and get themselves on the score sheet before half-time? Just got 1 throw left in this first half. It's going to be all Mizrahi. China deal with it comfortably, and that's very much been the story of the first half. A commanding showing from China. It's kind of been the story of the tournament so far for them. They've come up against high-quality opposition, and every single time they've looked comfortable. And they've managed to get some goals on the score sheet. 2 goals from China. 1 from Wang Chuanhua, 1 from Xiao Shenhua. And the half-time score in Pool C, Israel 0, People's Republic of China 2.
First half behind us, we saw fantastic defense from both sides, and People's Republic of China's goals.
Very quick half-time in goalball. Just 3 minutes. These players will change sides, have their eye shades re-examined. I hope this crowd are enjoying, might be their first taste of goalball. It's a really brilliant sport, a unique sport. It's unique to Paralympic program, no Olympic equivalent. A brilliant showcase for these visually impaired athletes. Talking of showcases, here's the story of the first half. The early goal from Wang Chuanhua. It's probably the best chance Israel have had. And there, that goal from Xiao Shenhua. Israel thought it went out of play, but it travelled perfectly along the touchline, giving their second goal. Dual offensive threat for China. Xiao Shenhua and Wang Chunyan, and they've been the goal scorers in the first half. And there is the story in In terms of stats, no penalties given away. It'll be good news for both these sides as we approach the knockout stages. Both sides will be keen to avoid giving away penalties. These kind of penalties can be decisive in the medal matches. Lehi Ben David, looks like she's coming back onto court. She was substituted off just before the end of the first half. She's having her eye shades checked. A reminder, once the ball's in play, you're not allowed to touch your eye shades. If you do that, it's a one-on-one penalty. As the second half's about to begin, 2-0 to China. And we're about to hear if any substitutions have been made at half-time.
Second half of the game between Israel on my left and China on my right. Half-time score, China 2, Israel 0. Half-time substitutions for Israel. Out, numbers 5 and 4. In, numbers 3 and 6.
Half-time substitution, Israel. Players out, number 5 and 4.
So 2 changes for Israel. Lehi Ben David indeed back on court. Israel can't afford to be without her for too long. China remain with their starting 3. They're not a side that likes to make many changes. Why change a winning formula? Now we have Xiao Zhenhua on this near side. Mohamed Ruzin blocked and returned by the Chinese centre. Ben David back on court. Lots of bounce on that. Not easy to deal with, but was well dealt with by Xiao Zhenhua. Xiao Zhenhua, one of the goal scorers in the first half. Wang Chuanhua blocked by the legs of Gal Hamani, who's also just arrived on court. One of Israel's half-time substitutions. Oh, that's straight and direct from Ben David. Gets a lot of power into her throws. Revs up her arm to generate maximum velocity. Ben David moving across court. Trying not to make any noise as she does so. Oh, that looked like a penalty, and it is. It's called as a long ball. So the ball bounced the wrong side of the long ball line. And because Ben David conceded the penalty, she will have to defend it. Chance here for China to go 3 up. And China take full advantage of the opportunity. Ben David goes the wrong way. And it's the 2 number 6s. It's Wang Chuanhua who scores the penalty. And penalties in goalball can be so costly. That big net stretching all the way across court. Really hard to save one. China have been really proficient in terms of scoring penalties in this women's event so far. Wang Chuanhua. 2 goals to her name now. Ben David. She'll be frustrated to not be on the score sheet just yet. She's mounting throws pretty rapidly, springing straight back to her feet. But none of them breaching that Chinese defensive trio. Mohamed Ruzin. Oh, it's another penalty. Israel starting to lose their discipline. And it's going to be another chance for Wang Chunyan. Chance for a hat-trick for her. Elham Mohamed-Ruzin to defend. Oh, brilliantly anticipated from Mohamed-Ruzin. She sprinted out to the wing position. She thought she knew which way it was going. And that is fantastic anticipation. And that will be a confidence boost for Israel. They just conceded another penalty throw. And that second one in quick succession. Well saved from Elman Mohamed-Ruzin. Armani from centre of court. First offensive throw from her. Blocked by her opposing centre. Xiao Shenhua. Oh, it finds its way through. And the ball goes underneath Gal Hamrani. And second goal for Xiao Shenhua. Got some good bounce on it. Confounded both Hamrani and Ben David behind her. And trying to get over the disappointment of the missed penalty. Give themselves a 4-goal lead. Ben David. Lots of power, but snuffed out. The Chinese centre. Oh, that's over the line. The goal judges give the goal. An unfortunate lapse in concentration from Israel. And a throw from Xiao Shenhua. Thought that Ben David had it covered, but the ball went over the line. And that's the hat-trick for Xiao Shenhua. Israel sensibly taking the timeout. They've conceded a flurry of goals. Not the start to the second half they would have wanted. And a chance for them to regroup. For Raz Shoham to try and make some changes in personnel or in strategy. China are looking absolutely dominant at the moment. And the players touching the lines that help them to find their position on court. Those lines have string underneath, so players can use them to navigate. Mohamed-Ruzin using the goal frame as a reference point. One of the many ways these players navigate themselves around court. Officials calling for an equipment check. Usually that means some eye shades have been dislodged. Surprising given the force with which these players throw themselves around. Wang Xuanhua trying to find a new angle. She goes for the straighter throw. Return from Ben David. Quick agility to get out the way of her teammate. Lots of spin on that. She's going for those more aggressive bouncing balls, but they do leave you vulnerable to conceding a penalty, as Ben David saw earlier in this half. Xiao Shenhua. Lots of bounce on that delivery as well. Ben David is trying all the options, different throws, different angles, trying to find a way through, but yet to get on the score sheet, which is quite rare for her. Not something she'll be used to experiencing. Mohamed-Ruzin blocked by Xiao Shenhua. Lots of bounce for Wang Chunyan. He's chasing a hat-trick. Her teammate Xiao Zhenhua already on 3 goals. Ben David. Lots of bounce again. That was also quite close to giving away a penalty. Got to be careful with those more aggressive throws. At this point, I guess Israel might as well throw everything at it. They need goals and they need them quickly. Ben David manoeuvring around her teammate, and straight and quick throw, but China once again defensively looking firm. Israel shaping up to make another change. It's the colourful hair of Mizrahi. Roni Ahayon looking to come on. Xiao Zhenhua, slightly slower ball from her. Crowd struggling to contain their excitement. Have to be absolutely silent when the ball's in play. Slightly unusual experience spectating goalball, but part of what makes it so interesting and exciting is Israel prepared to make a change. Ben David, lots of bounce, trying to confound the Chinese trio, and because these players usually defend flat and horizontally, bouncing ball can make its way over the player and go into the back of the net. China interpreting it very well. Alan Mohamed Ruzin made a fantastic penalty save in that second half. Probably the high point of the match for Israel. Showed brilliant anticipation, positioning herself on the wing. And she's going to be replaced by Mizrahi. Mizrahi that started the match. Now she's been rested. Going to come back on for the second half of this second half. Played basketball as a child before switching to goalball. Said she enjoys team sports, and that's what attracted her to goalball. Xiao Zhenhua, blocked by the Israeli centre, Hamrani. David trying a new angle once again. Goes for the straight ball. But Xiao Zhenhua's been exceptional, both defence and attack. Rotation throw from Ben David. Lots of bounce on that. China want the penalty for the long ball. Just about clipped the line. Mizrahi just arrived back on court. And what an impact from Mizrahi. First goal for Israel. And a goal that gives them a bit of hope. Taken almost 3/4 of the match until they're able to break the deadlock. But an aggressive rotation throw from Mizrahi find its way through the gap. And just seconds after she returned to court, she's had a brilliant impact. China forced into making the timeout. They've looked comfortable and in command for nearly all of this game, but that will be a bit of a shock to the system. They haven't conceded many in this tournament. Just the one goal against Brazil in their last match. And there's a lot to do for Israel, but will that goal from Mizrahi lead to a shift in momentum? It's all about how China responds after this timeout. And the ball's in the hands of Xiao Shenhua. For Israel, they've come close to medals in the past, but haven't managed to secure one in their 2 previous Paralympic appearances. Quarterfinals, both Rio and Tokyo. They'll be hoping to go one better this time, especially with the new format, which there's 8 teams in the competition instead of 10. And all teams secure of a quarter-final place, and in these pools they're essentially playing for position. It's for that reason they'll so badly want to win this game, give them a better run-in for the quarter-finals. Ben David, lots of bounce on that, really hard to defend. Blocked well by Xiao Shenhua. She's going to return the favour. It's blocked out. And we perhaps ask the question of whether that Israel goal would shift the momentum, but China have looked pretty strong since then. Oh, it's unfortunate from Israel, but they just about kept it out. There's Wang Chunyan with the throw, gathered by Mizrahi. And earlier in the match, Israel ended up putting the ball into their own net, but good recovery work from Mizrahi. Lots of bounce from Ben David. She's not yet been able to score for Israel. Mizrahi, interesting bit of strategy from Israel. Player alongside the thrower, doing a bit of a dummy run, trying to put opponents off. Ben David goes for the rotation throw. Oh, it's a penalty, another penalty that Israel have conceded. And as they've had to throw everything at it literally as they go for the win, they've ended up conceding quite a few penalties. And that's the second one that Ben David's conceded, and she'll have to defend it. It's going to be Wang Chunyan to throw. Another goal from Wang Chunyan. That's the hat-trick for her. And surely China have secured their position at the top of this group. Another look at that penalty, right in the corner. So difficult to defend when you hit it in that sweet spot. A strong showing today from Wang Chunyan, continuing the same form she's been displaying throughout the women's event. Xiao Shenhua, little scrape of the foot. She shaped up to throw. It's another way of providing a bit of distraction. And David. She'll want to get herself on the score sheet before this game is over. One of Israel's top scorers. Not just in this tournament, but Rio and Tokyo as well. Mizrahi doing the distraction run on the other wing. A rare event, China substitution. Only made one change in the previous 2 group games. Perhaps a sign China feels like the win is secured. And it's going to be Zhang Jiling coming on. She scored a hat-trick when these 2 sides met in Tokyo. So Israel can't breathe easy. Player who's used to scoring goals and scoring them against Israel. Just under 3 minutes left. Game looking pretty secure for China. And that would put them top of the group and mean they've got the best possible run in for the medal matches. Now Israel's turn to make the change, and it's Ben David coming off. Unable to score a goal. Israel deciding time for a change, and Elham Mohamed Ruzin, who saved a penalty in the first half, going to get a bit more time on court. Some noisy support in the South Paris arena for Israel. This crowd taking any opportunity to cheer these players on. Have to be silent when the ball's in play, so get these incredible bursts of atmosphere and breaks in play. Now we're back underway, and silence descends on the South Paris arena once more. Mizrahi. Wang Chunyan already got 3 goals to her name. Mizrahi to Mohamed Ruzin, just arrived on court. Zhang Jiling, her first throw since she came on. A lot of power on that, but dealt with by Hamrani. Mohamed Ruzin. Another change from China. China happy just to break up the play, disrupt Israel's momentum. It's a timeout, and timeouts often used for similar purposes, to break up the flow of the game, dispense some useful tactical advice. Got 4 timeouts across the course of a goalball match, and unless you use one of them in the first half, you lose it. Often used quite tactically to try and break up the opposition's flow if the momentum is with them. Big bit of bounce on that from Wang Chunyan. Mizrahi, rotation throw. Zhang Jiling. Israel need to rescue this before it goes over halfway. They do. They've got 10 seconds to use it. So it might be a bit tight for Mohamed Ruzin, but does well to get it back into Chinese territory quickly. Excellent discipline from China in this game. Haven't given away any penalties. That'll be very encouraging for the Chinese coach. Now we do have the Chinese change. And we're going to see the arrival of Wang Chunhua. Coming off, it will be Wang Chunyan. What a game she's had, Wang Chunyan. Scored a hat-trick. And Wang Chunhua, who replaces her, been playing goalball since the age of 16. Said she loves the fighting spirit of the sport and the honour and the self-confidence it gives her. First time she's taken to the court at Paris 2024. She'll get to enjoy this remaining 71 seconds. First throw for Wang Chunhua. Israel wanted the penalty. Not given. They thought it was a long ball. Not called by the officials. China have shown fantastic accuracy all match. Haven't conceded a single penalty. Opposed to Israel, who've conceded 3. And the final throws of this Pool C match. It's going to be China that come away with the 3 points. Last throw surely from Israel. Going to come from Or Mizrahi. And with just 7.8 seconds left, China can hang on to the ball if they wish, run down the clock. And in fact, Zhang Jiling is going to have a go. And will Israel have time to get that final throw away? Yes, they do, but blocked by China. And that has been the story of the match. Another highly impressive display from China. And they finished their group stage in the best possible way with a comprehensive win over a very strong Israel side. China showing all the signs of being the team to beat. Convincing wins in all 3 of their pool matches. And today it was 2 hat-tricks from Xiao Xuanhua and Wang Chunyan. That was the difference between these 2 sides. But it's not the end of the tournament for Israel. They're sure of a place in the quarterfinals. And they'll have another opportunity to come to court and show what they can do. Well, a disappointment for the Israel fans, but they can be proud of how their team has played. But the full-time score in Pool C, Israel 1, China 6. China taking the plaudits that they so richly deserve. Another fantastic display from them. They are going to be the team to beat in these knockout stages. And what a session of goalball these fans have encountered. And there we have the story of the match. 6 goals from China, 2 hat-tricks from Xiao Xuanhua and Wang Chunyan. And that was the difference between these 2 sides. And full-time score, Israel 1, People's Republic of China 6.
The next session here at the South Paris Arena 6 for goalball is tonight for a men's preliminary round match between People's Republic of China and Ukraine at 5:30 p.m. followed by a women's preliminary match between France and Japan at 7 p.m.
And there we have the vital statistics. 6 goals to 1, but those 3 penalties that Israel gave away proved to be crucial. Fantastic discipline from China, not conceding a single penalty. And that is something that will serve them very well should they maintain it as we enter those all-important medal matches. And that's what it means for the group. All 4 teams qualify, but it's China that qualify as group winners. 3 wins in 3 matches. Israel, meanwhile, finish in 3rd position. Brilliant session of goalball at the South Paris Arena. We've seen 2 of the best women's sides in the women's event going head-to-head. But it was China that was just too strong and came up on top.
Please direct your attention to the video board for highlights from this game.
Another brilliant session of goalball at Paris 2024. With tense and exciting matches in both the men's and women's events. As the crowd file out at the South Paris Arena. This has been your first time experiencing goalball. We really hope you've enjoyed it. And we hope you'll check out more goalball and the many other fantastic sports that make up Paris 2024 over the course of this competition. But for now, thank you very much for joining us at Paris 2024.
Nous vous souhaitons un bon retour et n'oubliez pas que les volontaires Paris 2024 sont là si vous avez besoin.
We hope you enjoyed the competition and thank you for your participation of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Please take care exiting from the venue and remember Paris 2024 staff are here to help should you require any assistance.